Married to Medicine season three, part two reunion. Alrighty, so we have Miss Mariah coming back into the scene. Mariah came out on the couch. I loved her gown. She looked lovely, actually. Um, and Andis asked Mariah, Andrew, whatever, asked Mariah, what did she think about the show? Because Mariah had been backstage the whole time getting ready. And he asked, and she's been watching the show backstage. So he was like, what did you think about the show? She was just like, well, the show's just been real interesting so far. And, it's just been, a lot of drama indeed that's been going down. Okay, so they pretty much get into the whole thing. They show all the scenes with all the clips of Mariah and Quad. And the first thing that they showed was Quad coming over to Mariah's house and having the whole conversation, having that moment. And it was funny because, during that time, Mariah, she had recently, well, this is not funny, but she had recently, we had found out that she had the miscarriage for the twins. And Mariah was salty that didn't nobody reach out to her, whatever. She was, pretty much salty the whole damn season about that. That was one thing, one of the main things. But Quad came over and everything, and Quad got emotional when they were sitting down on Mariah's couch and talking. And Mariah was like, Miss Quad, baby, she tried all she could, baby, to let that tear out. She was crying, but that tear just wouldn't drop, child. Yes, let's play it up. Let's be fake. Yes. One thing I will say is that Mariah is funny. She is. Right, wrong, or indifferent. The chick is funny. She is indeed. And so is Quad. Them together is hilarious. It's quite entertaining. But I wonder if they'll ever be together again. As far as that close, who knows? Only God does, darling. All right. So, my Quad, she was just like, "Oh, that's just a little light shade. I see. You was throwing shade, but it was okay." Um. So pretty much the ladies start to go in on Mariah. She was just like, nobody reached out to me, nobody said anything to me, and all this and that. And when I was going through my hard time, and Simone brung up a point. Well, it was Jackie first. Jackie was like, you know what? When I was going through my whole thing, when I had my miscarriage, I know I didn't want to hear anything from my friends because it's a healing process. I did not want to um, hear anybody's opinions or anything. I just want to deal with it myself, but everybody's different. And Mariah was like, yeah, yeah, I understand it. I understand that. It seemed like Mariah was a little bit more open to hearing certain things from certain people. Like she was a little bit more open to hear how the group felt when it came out of Jackie's mouth or Simone's mouth. She don't really feature the other girls like that. But I don't think they care really. Um, and Simone was just like, you know what? I heard about your miscarriages through social media. I heard about everybody else's issues, whatever serious issue they was going through. I heard it, through them or whatever, through the group. We talked to your ass through social media. And they also brought up the fact that Mariah likes to share and retweet a lot of the stuff that her diehard fans say, as it comes to the show. And whatever, Black Twitter's crazy. So just whatever they were saying. And that's how she felt. Y'all notice today I'm kind of turned sideways because I'm giving y'all shoulder, like Lil B from Love and Hip Hop Hollywood. I'm giving you shoulder, darling. But anyway, um, they had that whole thing, and Mariah was pretty much just sitting there and was like, yeah, whatever. She didn't give a damn. All right. So let's see. Mariah was just like, you know what? It's just pretty much, really negative and everything. Quad, she brought up the fact that she feels like a sacrificial lamb. She's just like, look, I feel like Mariah wants my head on a platter. You can't win for losing. I did extend the olive branch. I tried to reach out to Mariah. Mariah still didn't receive it. Mariah, she can hold a grudge. I don't know what she want from at this point. Like, if you're mad, if you, I mean, feel how you feel. You have the right to feel how you feel. But if you're coming back into the group with the same group of women that have done you wrong, and you just have to realize that there ain't nothing that nobody can do about that right now. Like, you just have to let go and let God, like, officially let go, and just create a new, you know, stem, create a new branch with them people. If that's who you want to be around. If you want to be a part of the show, that's just what you have to do, Mariah. Like, can nobody change the past? These people have done you wrong and all that, but if you want to give them another shot, then realize that you're going into it with a clean slate, and don't be harboring old feelings from the past. You just have to simply let it go. Create new problems with them. Don't harbor off old things. But that's a problem with a lot of the women in the show, obviously. Well, just people in general. Um, so let's see. They're going to Dr. Jackie and how her dad died. He died October 7th. He had Alzheimer's and all that. That was really sad. I actually cried through that whole scene. And after everything was done, after Jackie stopped talking about it, she went straight to Mariah, and she was just like, I know you wanted a phone call, an email, a text, or whatever, but she was just, what, a prayer is just as strong. And I was just like, I like that. I like that, from Simone, from Jackie, I mean. All right. They bring out the husbands, and that was interesting because all the husbands wasn't there. Quad husband, he was not there because they had a death in the family, and also found out that Quad father had recently passed, I guess around the same time that Jackie's father did. And so, I'm sorry about that for you two ladies. Um and so they bring out the husband. So they had Aiden, they had Curtis, Jackie's husband, Cecil, Simone's husband, um, and Darren Heavenly's husband, and Eugene Toya's husband. I got it right, I think. And they bring out the whole thing, and they showed, it was funny. They showed a scene of Simone hugging Darren, Heavenly's husband, and they was just hugging and stuff, and Heavenly was like, okay, stop that, because you know how she feels about Daddy. It was just really funny. I still do not like Heavenly's hair. I don't know what I thought. I thought for part two they was gonna like take the hair out and put something else in, but I do not like blonde and Heavenly at all. I don't know, maybe it was the shade, maybe it was the way that it was fixed. I don't know, I just didn't like it. Um so they asked Lisa Nicole why where the hell her husband was, and she was just like, he was just sick and all that. He was feeling sick. Andy was like, well, with the shit I that have been dealing with that he'd been dealing with on the show, I would have been sick too. Hello, amen. Um, they go into Lisa Nicole and her whole bit. She's had the hardest time here, this and that. Heavenly is really a diehard Lisa Nicole stan, and I don't know why, because nobody cares, dear. Like, I used to be cool with Lisa Nicole and like her, but I just don't like phony people, and that's just what she gives me just all the time. But since her egg has been busted wide open, maybe she'll be a little bit more humble and real, and just be true with her feelings in front of people, as far as on the show, because she just gives me plastic tease all the time. All right. So they get in. Andy asked the husbands, did they tell their wives everything and all that? And it was just like, no, not really. They asked about the strip club. Andy calls out Cecil's very funny, and it was just like, no, as a man, you shouldn't tell your wife everything. Apparently, the Hulk, Mariah's man, don't make me bring the Hulk out. Like, who cares about the Hulk? Um, he said he tells his wife everything. It's nothing to hide, and whatever. If you got trust, then you shouldn't have no problem with with anything, you know. But Lisa Nicole ain't got no trust. They asked Lisa Nicole, Andy asked Lisa Nicole, do you think that your husband has ever cheated on you in the past? And she was just like, I do not believe it's been any infidelity issues and stuff. Lisa Nicole, girl, really? Sweetie, she is real. She's still putting on the front. Obviously, that man done cheated on her 1,400,000 times. and it's just so sad. And I believe the whole thing when the dude came up to Quad and was like, I'm sleeping with your man or have slept with Lisa Nicole's man in the past at Quad's party. I believe that for some reason. It's all it's all alleged. It's all allegations and all that. But for some reason, I believe that. I totally get that. Like you're in Atlanta, girl. Yes, yes, you're in Atlanta. Okay, like come on. Um, they bring up the whole thing as to why people so hard on Jackie, especially Heavenly and her jaw. She always got something to say about Jackie, and Curtis was and Darren was just like, "Well, Jackie, you're an amazing person, and Heavenly is really inspired by you, and she really likes you. It comes from love, and it comes from Heavenly wanting to stay on the show to keep shit going and to be shady, and keep getting them checks. So she's got to come for somebody. She chooses Jackie." Because they had the whole history of Jackie, had an issue with her weight, yada yada, the old shit. So they have that moment, and it was just really funny. They was just like, look, we put up with Heavenly because of Curtis. I meant Damon, because everybody likes Damon. Damon seems really cool and level headed. All their husbands seem pretty cool for the most part, except for Aiden. He can go somewhere. Yeah. All right. Let's see. Heavenly, she was just, calling everybody out. She was just like, you know what? They've been saying, again, stand up for Lisa Nicole. Like, it's just for what, Heavenly? Have a seat. She was just like, everybody, they accuse everybody being gay on the show, Quad and Mariah. The only person we know is even Toya. Toya was just like, shut up, Heavenly. I had a sexually fluid life before I met my husband and all that. Okay. It's funny how women can be sexually fluid, but as soon as they find out a man has slept with a man, or he's got fellatio from a man or whatever, all of a sudden he's gay. Just period. But a woman can be sexually fluid and have fun and do her thing. It's very interesting how that happens, ain't it? But she was just like, the only person we know for sure that's gay is Andy, and Heavenly was just going back and forth. Heavenly just says whatever, and they do allow her to. Sometimes she's funny. Sometimes I just want her to be quiet. Um, let's see, Darren. Not Darren. Lisa Nicole, she's defending her husband left and right. Darren and I are great. I don't believe the whole gay story and this and that. Okay, stupid. Then just don't believe it. Um, all right, let's see. They get into Quad, and Quad, and the scene when Simone asks Quad, would she come to her party or whatever it was. It was something for her son, I believe. And Quad was just like, no, this is throughout the whole heat of the moment when her and Lisa Nicole got into their altercation. And Andy asked Quad, did she want to be a part of the show? And she was just like, I do want to be a part of the show. I never said that I didn't, but it's just, I just don't like the drama all the time. But the ladies brought up a good point. Quad is dramatic. Quad is extra. Miss Quad, Miss Quad. She got it. She got it. Yes, she does. And she needs to own her part. And, but Quad is still a little bit better. And see, I understand why. Like when somebody do something like that to you, like what Lisa Nicole, when you physically put your hands on somebody, like it's hard to come back from that. Like I'm sure somewhere in the back of her mind, Quad still want to punch Lisa Nicole in the face. She should just did it right then. I would have. Yeah, but just got it out right then. But I don't know. They just have to find a way to get along, get together. But I can do without, to be honest. I can do without Lisa Nicole on the show. Just period. I can do without Jill. Um, who else I can do without? I think that's pretty much it for right now, just off the top of my head. Um, yeah. And Heavenly's cool, but she works your nerves sometimes. I don't know what y'all thought about this show, this recap, this reunion, all that good stuff. Who would you like to see back on the show? Who do you agree with? Did y'all notice at the end though, Quad was like crying and stuff? Quad is still, upset. She just don't like the drama, but I don't know. I guess fake it till you make it. That's what Mariah says. Mr. Chalaki, I'm out. Love you guys. Bye.